Hi, Mitch Wagner from Light Reading here. I'm here with Shawn Hakl, SVP of Business Services for Verizon. Welcome and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So we're hearing, of course, everybody's talking about 5G these days. So tell us about what Verizon sees as the opportunity there.
So 5G represents an ability to change the way we deliver services along a number of dimensions. And I really, when you think about it, you should sort of think of it, it will evolve in sort of three distinct steps. So when you start with 5G, and I'm really going to talk from sort of a business perspective as opposed to the consumer perspective, given my background, it just involves us putting a lot of fiber in the ground and a lot of cell sites much nearer our customers. So you have higher capacity, more speed, more capacity available to you in more locations. So as where customers may purchase 4G as backup today, which they're doing in droves, you probably see them having the option to purchase 5G in a fixed wireless mode as primary going forward. And then the network, then things will take another evolution, right? You'll introduce more virtualized capabilities in the network core than we had previously, and when you do that, it allows you to do basically two things. You've got the ability to virtualize the software layer that controls the cell sites. You can push that closer to the edge, so that gives you more options for private LTE and a private 5G network with more localized enterprise control. So allowing you to look at the way you manage your wireless LAN networks today is another option on the table there. Also, since, and very apropos since we're here today with Cisco, right, the whole SD-WAN layer. SD-WAN's interesting because it lets you select sort of what link, the path you choose through the network going forward. But with 5G and network slicing and the ability to sort of sew up the enterprise control plane done in the SD-WAN layer with the SDN layer the provider provides, gives you a lot more flexibility around assigning resources and creating capabilities for application services within the network. So, and then sort of the next step after that, really the next evolution of 5G is in the compute space, where essentially you're bringing compute resources in the network and closer to the customer, and that really leads the wholesale transition into the world. People talk about the industrial internet, they talk about the massively connected everything. That's where those capabilities really come to fruition. So, you know, as CIOs contemplating this technology, there's a series of steps or a series of very distinct points where it creates value in the chain over the next few months and years.
So that's three phases in broad strokes. What kind of timetable are we talking about for all of that to roll out?
We are pushing very, very aggressively. We were first with 5G. We plan to continue to be first with 5G capabilities throughout the life cycle.
I can't resist saying this. You and everybody else were first with 5G.
Yeah, except we've actually got a service you can order today. So I think we're doing okay in that stroke.
Okay. All right. Second thing, shifting gears a bit. You guys just announced kind of a big reorganization. Yeah. So let's talk about that and talk about what that means to your delivering business.
Yeah, it's an alignment that's customer oriented. Right, so I think previously we were structured around kind of more of a technology orientation, particularly with the wireline side of the business and the wireless service, and that made sense. You have a wireless business that you're hyper optimized around, that's delivering a tremendous amount of value. You don't want to lose that, but as you see with 5G is blurring the lines between the more traditional services, and it was really time to shift the orientation around a more customer specific model. And so I think most people internally are very comfortable with that because I think they, again, this tends to be although we've got a strong engineering history, we're very customer focused. And I think the move to this excites a lot of people because it just puts us in a better position to service the customer.
Okay. Do you even make a distinction anymore between wired and wireline anymore?
Very practically internally,
it's different.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously pieces of it. There was some organizational structure, but the way our thinking was, no. I think the organization is sort of the last thing that changed. The orientation towards customer and thinking about it in that respect and leveraging the capability across them started quite a while ago. I think this is just a more formal recognition of where we've evolved to.
Okay, and you've been doing a lot of development internally. How does that change your relationship with vendors like Cisco and other vendors?
So it changed it in terms of the level of sophistication we can do. So our partnership with Cisco is important to us. We have a long, unique history with them. We brought a lot of our capabilities to market in concert with the Cisco team. As software-based solutions become more prevalent, it allows us to reconfigure and redeliver services in a much more customer intimate way than we were capable previously. When you're deploying a bunch of fixed hardware globally and at a customer site, it locks you into a structure, and it both from an economics and a just deployment of capabilities perspective. Software-based solutions give us more capability in terms of optimizing around business outcome for customer, just the fact that we've shifted to an agile development methodology, it gives us a better opportunity to do customer co-creation. Cisco's part of that, right? And other partners such as Cisco are part of that. So I can bring a customer into a session, try to understand the outcome they're trying to create from a security, from a performance perspective. Again, it's all about sort of managing that digital transformation. And then we can bring the partners in the mix where we're working actively with the customer to turn around specific solutions on a much more rapid basis. And so we see the use of partner-based solutions as an important component of our product strategy now and going forward.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, Shawn.
All right, thanks very much, guys.
Okay.